Hello and welcome to Getting to Know ACS with Tracy
and Jasmine.
And today we have Danielle Meraz. Did I say that right?
Of course.
Okay. From the Armed Services YMCA.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, how are you doing today, Danielle?
I'm great. I'm really happy to be here. I'm really excited to be able to share what we do with the community because we mainly work by word of mouth.
Okay. This is awesome.
Yes.
We got an exclusive.
There you go. Yes, you do.
Okay. So, Danielle, we're going to just jump right in.
Okay.
Okay. So, first, just tell me a little bit about yourself.
So right now I am a military child. My father's been in the military for 31 years.
Okay.
He retired about 2018, 2019, and we settled back here in El Paso, and I'm currently going to school. I have a part-time job, the Armed Services YMCA. It's a nonprofit, and I'm interested in nonprofit work and advocacy and helping people, so it's kind of in my wheelhouse, and I'm just kind of doing this, paying for tuition, and then see what happens after that.
Okay. So now that we know a little bit about you, tell us about the Armed Services YMCA. What do you guys do?
So much. We do so much. So right now we have 3 facilities.
Okay.
We have 4 different programs, and then within all of those programs we have different services. And everything we do is either completely free or low cost. Everything it's for El Paso or soldiers. So pretty much anyone who can come to our door can get something.
Okay.
So we have our main facility. It's going to be called our lodge. That's where our main headquarters is. Any sort of phone number you get from us, it'll go right to that. Our executive director, our program coordinators, things like that. And that's essentially an extended stay hotel.
Oh, okay.
So if they PCS here, if they don't have a house yet, or if they're in the Sergeant Major's Academy and they don't really want to stay in a housing for the 9 months they're going to be here, we offer very competitive rates for our hotel. And if any soldier has family coming over and they can't afford to have them in their house or their barracks room, they can stay with us.
Okay.
Even people in El Paso can stay with us.
Okay. I will say, years ago, I had relatives come visit, and we didn't have enough space in our house, and we used a room. We rented a room over there at the Armed Services. So I did not realize, though, that you guys do extended stay. So how long can someone stay there? Because I do get I see a lot of questions on Facebook. People are getting here and they're like, oh, I got to wait 9 months to a year before I get housing, and I'm looking for a place to stay. So how long can they stay?
They can stay as long as they need.
Oh.
I mean, again, we are here to help the community. We have various rates if they need to stay for a few days, for a few weeks, or for a few months. There's different rates depending on the days that they need. So we'll work with them. They can call us, they can come to our door, and they can just check in, do all the paperwork, and then that's it.
So for an extended stay, they're not signing like a lease or anything. So it's like if they say, okay, I'm gonna be here like 3 months, and then they find out, oh, my house isn't quite ready, so can I stay another month? Do they have to give you, more? What kind of notice do they have to give you guys when they find out that they're going to be able to leave?
So it's essentially a hotel.
Oh, okay.
So there's no leasing. You can just pay us for however many days you expect.
Okay.
And then, let's say you pay us for a month, and then halfway into that month, you have to leave. You can go ahead and leave.
Okay.
You paid for the month, so you're available to stay for that month, or you can always make more time, pay us more, give us, and then we can have you stay there more, and then, or you can just leave whenever you want.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're trying to make it easy for the community because we know it's kind of stressful, you not knowing where you're going to have housing. So we just want, hey, we have a place for you to have a roof over your heads. So come on down.
Okay.
And in those rooms, do they have, is there a kitchenette in there, or is it just like a regular hotel room?
So all the rooms come with free Wi-Fi. They're all furnished, things like that. They do have a microwave and a small fridge in each room.
Okay.
But we also have our main lobby area, which has a full kitchen.
Oh, okay.
So anyone who is a resident, they're welcome to use that full kitchen, and then we have laundry facilities. We have a grill outside, so we have a large outside area. So there's grills, there's smokers, there's lots of barbecue type places. So a lot of people actually get together and mingle, when they're outside, someone's barbecuing, someone's grilling, and the rest are just kind of chilling out there.
Okay, so it's a good opportunity too for people to get to know other people that are new to the community. And I like that. That's good. Okay, so look, I didn't realize that. Okay, so what else? Okay, so we have the lodging that you guys do, and then what are some of the other things that you guys do?
We also have our child care center.
Okay.
So the lodge is located at 7060 Comington Street.
Okay.
So it's right off of Dyer. If you go out Cassie Gate, it's like 5-minute drive.
Okay.
And then right connected to the lodge is our Child Development Center.
Right.
So they offer, again, it's off post, so any El Pasoans or military families can use our services. We consider ourselves to be pretty competitively low rates compared to some other child care centers you might find here.
Okay.
And we pretty much take any child under 13 years old. We do offer like early, like 5:30 to 6 at night, I believe is our child care times, because we do cater to the military. If you need to go early for PT, or you're working late and you can't quite pick your kid up like around like the 9 to 5 hours, things like that.
Right. Okay, awesome. And so on your rates, is that based on income, or is it just, do you have just a standard rate for the child care?
So the child care, the best bet would be to probably call us or message us on our social media, because we do have our main child care director who can tell everyone about those fluctuating rates.
Okay.
I don't necessarily work at that area. A lot of them are more specialized in the child care.
Right.
I'm kind of an all-arounder, but it's definitely something we work with you for the rates.
Okay.
We do try to make it easy and competitive and efficient for everyone.
Okay. So is that with the child care, can you do that like hourly? So say, for instance, I have an appointment coming up, and I usually don't need child care, but I have an appointment coming up. Can they call you guys in situations like that, or is that something they would need to speak with the director about?
That's something they can call, but mainly we do work as a child care. You kind of have to sign up for your child. You have to go through the paperwork.
Okay.
So it is mainly for consistent, like day by day sort of child care.
Okay.
I'm sure if we have spots and there's an emergency, we're more than willing to work with you. And we have other partner organizations in the area who can do those same services as well, just in case we can't.
Okay. Okay, great. Now, so we have lodging, we have child care.
What were the other 2 buildings you were going to mention? You said there was 3.
There's 3 buildings. There's the lodge, the child care, and then our Junior Enlisted Family Center.
Okay. So that's the one that I wanted to speak to you about, but then talking to you now, it's like, oh, we have all these other things with the wires.
So I came here to blow your mind.
I know, it's like mind blown.
Yes.
And very good job doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's talk about the Junior Enlisted Family Center.
All right.
So can you tell us what the Junior Enlisted Family Center does? What is it?
So it's essentially, it's a facility within the Armed Services YMCA. It's on post. It's our only on post facility. Everything that we do in the Junior Enlisted Family Center is completely free.
Okay.
So there's no rank restrictions. There's no family restrictions. Single soldiers, new soldiers, like officers, anyone can come to our building if they need something.
Oh, really?
And we're more than willing to help. We have food programs, we have baby project items, we have a thrift store, things like that.
Okay, so you mentioned food programs. So can you tell us a little bit about what food programs you guys offer?
Sure. So we have some food programs on post at our center, and then we have some food programs at our lodge as well. And all of those are free. Anyone who has access to base can come on base, or you can go to the ones off post. Okay. So at the Junior Enlisted Family Center, we have a weekly food program. So when we're open during Tuesdays and Fridays from 10:30 in the morning to 2:30 in the afternoon, and anyone can come up to our door and get a 25-pound bag of food. It's all free. We try to structure it around the food pyramid, so everyone's kind of getting like a balanced meal.
Okay.
And we try to make it so that they can live off that for at least that week before they can come back to us.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
And you said so it's not, because I was always under the impression that with the Junior Enlisted,
yes,
that it was for Junior Enlisted.
Yes.
With that, anybody, like you said, from enlisted to officer.
Yeah, even civilians, even DOD civilians, even retired, anyone who can get on post and can make it to our front door can leave with a food bag. They can leave with something.
Okay.
Now, in this food bag or donation, food giveaway, I don't know, that is a weekly thing that you guys do. How often do you do that?
So we have 4 different food programs. So, and they're each weekly. So you can hit up like 3 out of the 4 a week if you would like.
Oh. Yep. So I could go to the one here on post and get my little 25 bag, not little, I'm sorry, I say little for everything. Get my 25-pound bag of groceries.
Yeah.
And then if they have one at the lodge,
yes,
is there one there as well? I could go there and also get one.
Yeah.
That's good for people with like big families, right?
It is.
Yes. I did not know that.
Yeah.
So it's 25 pounds of food Tuesdays or Fridays, you can
Okay.
come to us on post. And our off post is a drive-through food pantry. And that's, we partner with El Pasoans Fighting Hunger Food Bank.
Okay.
And they give us pallets, like pallets and pallets of food. And we break all those pallets up into like little kits of food, which are around like 60 pounds of food.
Oh.
So, and we load it right into people's cars. They just come in their car. We have them fill out a little paperwork to know how much food they need. And then we'll load that in their car for them. That's every Wednesday. So that can supplement what they get from us on post.
Okay, and that one is located at the lodge.
Yeah, it's 7060 Comington Street. So
Right after Fred Wilson and Dyer.
Yes.
Okay.
So if anyone's new, on Wednesdays they'll probably see a long line coming out of our area.
Okay.
So they'll just kind of get in line, and we have volunteers that'll direct people. We have volunteers that are handing out slips, answering questions. So you should be able to know where to go.
Okay.
Okay.
And so along with those groceries that they're getting, there's people that have babies and things like that, and
Yes.
maybe they can't afford to get the diapers or whatever. So do you guys do like diapers as well?
Yep, that's our baby project.
Okay.
So our baby project is our only rank restricted service that we give.
Okay.
Just because most things we get from donations in order to kind of continue that service. It's going to be active duty E6 and below. And we'll give you any sort of baby items if you have a child age 3 and under.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
going to be for baby wipes. There's baby diapers. We give a bundle of 10 per child.
Okay.
We give baby food, baby snacks, things like that. We give baby formula as well. And again, all of it's free. You can get as much or as little as you want. They can get the food and the baby items if they need both, or they can
Okay.
get one or the other, whatever they need for that week.
And so the baby project, that is based on E6 and below.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and they can get the diapers, the wipes, and the formula.
Yeah.
And formula is expensive.
It is, yes.
It's very
Yeah.
expensive. I mean, you can feed a family on how much you pay for formula.
Yeah, we have some different partners in the area. One of our biggest partners is the Child Crisis Center. So,
And we've had them on here.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
Okay.
So they get a bit more funding from the government with their formula. So we kind of trade back and forth different items they need. So even though we are restricted by rank, just again because everything we get is donations, so
Right.
we kind of have to limit who we can help. But Child Crisis is open to anyone, so we can always refer other additional ranks to Child Crisis if they need something, or we can even go and get the formula from them ourselves because we've done that before. We just drive over there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
That's a good partnership.
Yeah, it is.
And so one of the reasons that we had you guys to come on to the podcast is because we often refer people to the Junior Enlisted Family Center. But now that I know that there's more than just the Junior Enlisted Family Center, then we can also do referrals for the other programs, because that's great information to know that you guys have that food bank.
Yeah.
That's every week.
Every Wednesday.
Okay. And so other than that, what else besides the food, what else is available at the Junior Enlisted Family Center?
So it's the food, it's the baby project, and again, those are going to be once a week. And then we also have our no-cost thrift store. So our building is mainly a thrift store.
Okay.
But because of COVID, we had to limit how many people we can have in the building.
Right.
But actually, we just recently went back to normal operations. So now there's no appointments necessary. There's no restrictions. Whenever we're open, during our opening hours, people can come in and shop. And we have pretty much anything you could think of, from like a little tiny Walmart or like a dollar store.
Okay.
So we have clothes, we have shoes, we have cooking ware, pots and pans, glassware, dishware, utensils. We have like baby clothes, baby car seats. We have home decor. We have like crafts, pet stuff, things like that, electronics, games.
Wow.
So it's pretty much anything you could think of that you might need for your home. That's what we get, and it is all donations.
Okay.
So because we get all of our items for free, we have a value of pushing it all back out for free. So everything is completely free that you get if you want to use our thrift store and shop around. Everything's free.
So it's free.
Yes. And there's currently no rank restrictions. Anyone can come. Families can come. Friends can come together and shop together. We do have some weekly limits.
Okay.
But we consider them to be pretty generous. So, for example, it's 30 articles of clothing per week.
Oh, okay. 30 items.
30 items of clothing per
Okay.
week, and you can always just come back the next week and get your another 30. But of course, we understand that there are emergencies, and we do work with people pretty well with emergencies. I think recently we had one of our longtime volunteers, their house burned down.
Oh, wow.
So we hooked them up with pretty much anything we could think of within our store.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you have clothing.
Yes.
And then I know people have donated like furniture and that type of stuff. Do you have that as well still?
Yeah, furniture is, again, if people donate to us, then we put it on our floor. I know right after the Fort Bliss yard sale, we got a bunch of furniture. We got like couch sets, things like that. So those are just kind of like once in a blue moon that we get those big things.
Right.
But we have gotten them before. I know right now we do have a large sofa chair and we have a dresser. And those are pretty much the biggest items we have right now.
Okay.
But we've gotten beds, we've gotten washers and dryers, we've gotten couch sets, things like that, and it's all free.
I was going to say, let's make sure everybody understands it's free.
It's free.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they can come in and get whatever they need. And what days are the thrift stores? What day is the thrift store open?
So all of our services are at the same time, Tuesdays and Fridays from 10:30 to 2:30. So if they want to come later today, they can get the food, they can get the baby items, they can shop, they can do whatever they want.
Okay, so Tuesday opens at 1:30.
10:30.
10:30. Okay, so y'all listen.
Yeah.
Next Tuesday, get over there. Okay, so if you're in need. So I think, is there anything that you'd like to tell us that we didn't already discuss?
Let's see. Other than that, I mean, like I said, we have various food programs. There is the one on post. There's the Wednesday drive-through. We also have something called Grab and Go. So because schools usually feed children breakfast and lunch during the school year,
right,
we actually do a hot dinner from about like 3 to 6 during the school year. But now that it's summer, we're the ones that are doing the breakfast and lunch. So every Monday through Friday from 11 to 1, we actually offer like a little tiny packaged breakfast and lunch. So people, and that's also a drive-through. You just come around our building, and then we can just hand you however many you need for your children.
Okay, so how long is it? So you'll do that until school goes back in session?
Yeah, once school goes back in session, we go back to giving out hot dinners instead. So those will be during the later evening hours.
Oh, okay.
And it is also all free. Okay. And you can have as many children as you have. You can have that many boxed lunches.
Okay, that's great. So really, it sounds like everything is free except for like the lodging, which you, of course, pay for, and then the child care.
Yeah.
Which, okay, that's great.
So I do have a question.
Okay.
I know that you guys help the community out so much, but how can the community like help you guys?
Yes.
How can like we come together to help you, since you do help the community and soldiers, and
the biggest thing is volunteering. So the Junior Enlisted Family Center was actually volunteer created. It was created by a bunch of volunteers that just had a little closet, and it was just a little tiny like closet thrift store. And we've expanded, but right now it is only 2 of us employees part-time that are working at the Junior Enlisted Family Center. And we mainly rely on our volunteers to kind of help us sort through donations and restock all of our shelves throughout the day as people are shopping.
Okay.
And we have the biggest volunteers we have are like stay-at-home moms or younger moms. If they kind of want to get out of the house, but they also need to take care of their children, we do have child care centers within our building.
Okay.
We have a little tiny like office space that's closed off for like younger kids.
Okay.
And then we also have a kind of bigger closed off area for like the toddlers, and there's TV, there's toys, there's things like that. So we try to want to take care of the kids,
right,
so that the parents can kind of come and they feel more welcome to come and volunteer with us with less stress.
Okay, so they're volunteering, and then their kids are right over, not too far away from them.
Yeah.
And they're able to know that their kids are okay.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's great for the kids because it gives the kids a chance to socialize while mom or dad or whoever is giving back to the community.
Yeah.
So
the biggest thing is people can always message us or call us on our number if they're interested in volunteering. We are taking donations. Like, donations are how we survive.
Right.
So that's always something we're willing to take. We just ask that people message us on Facebook, because we do have to meet them in the back and kind of go through our donation process.
Right.
And the biggest thing is, unfortunately, if donations are left out after hours, we can't always guarantee the quality of that donation the next day. If if animals got into it, or if it rained, or even our sprinklers might have kind of soiled the items depending on what it is. So the biggest thing that the community can help us with is trying to get us our donations while we're at the building.
Okay.
Instead of leaving them outside.
So don't just come and drop the donations off. Because I know for a while, when I would drive by, when you were at another location, you could see the boxes that were left outside. So you guys would prefer that they come and donate while you're there.
Yeah, it helps us with our quality check.
Right.
Because we don't want to give anyone anything that might not be in a good condition.
Right.
And then it just helps us also with our number keeping, just making sure that we know like who's giving us, how many people, all these things that we have to track just to kind of like help us with our funding and kind of show that we are here to help the community.
Okay. And so with the donations, you can donate clothes and food items. And
people can donate anything they want.
Okay.
Yeah. Like anything that we have in our store is something we can take in as a donation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. So you have more questions? Any more questions, Jasmine? Because that was a great one.
Yeah, no. I don't have any more questions.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yes,
No,
it was a
that's
great
awesome,
question. No, I don't have any more. So is there anything else you'd like us to know?
Again, just volunteers. We can
Okay.
take them at our Junior Enlisted, and then our Wednesday is our biggest volunteer. We are out there every Wednesday, and again, it's like 65 pounds of food, so we need people to break it down, we need people to load it, we need people to kind of sign all the cars in.
Right.
It's we have a pretty good process. We just need the numbers to kind of make it go smoothly.
Right.
And
Okay.
everything we do track our volunteer numbers and our volunteer hours.
Okay.
So if it's a soldier who wants that volunteer ribbon, or if it's a child who needs the volunteer numbers to graduate, or for like a National Honor Society, anything like that, we do track our numbers, and we try to give back to our volunteers as well. We have different ceremonies. Like each quarter, we have a volunteer appreciation ceremony. We give out
Okay.
certificates, and then I believe in March we actually submitted 2 of our volunteers for some sort of annual volunteer award here on Fort Bliss.
Yes. So you guys, I was going to ask. So if they volunteer, since they're being recognized here on post, then they probably can contact the volunteer office at ACS in order to volunteer with you guys as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another option to if you want to volunteer with the Junior Enlisted or with just the Armed Services YMCA.
Yeah, those are our 2 most consistent volunteering opportunities. And then throughout the year, we always have like a little tiny holiday type events here and there. And we do have one coming up this Friday. We have our back to school bash, and that's something we could always use volunteers for. And then the holidays, we'll be having our trunk or treat. We'll be having our Thanksgiving drive-through.
Okay.
And then we'll be having our toy giveaway as well. So we could always use lots of volunteers for those opportunities as well.
Okay.
And it makes you feel good. You're helping the community during the Christmas time. Everyone wants to give back and spread that holiday joy. So we're always looking for people to kind of, with that kind of go-getter attitude, to come on down.
And you need help outside of the holidays because when you're giving, it doesn't just stop at Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Right.
Yeah, we have our normal operations or our fancier events if anyone wants. So whatever, and most of the events happen during like the weekends,
Okay.
if that's a bit more convenient for some people. And pretty much anyone, families, friend groups. We work with battalions, we work with units, we work with FRGs, things like that.
Okay, great. That is awesome. So I think you've covered so much, and if they want to get more information, of course, they can hit you up on your Facebook page.
Yeah.
Or just message you guys and just let you know any questions that they have, whether they want to give back or whether they want to be recipients of you guys' wonderful services there. That
we have
word.
2 Facebook pages.
Okay.
So we have our so Facebook is the best way to message us.
Okay.
And we have different people on those Facebook pages. So we don't have like a dedicated social media manager.
Okay.
Pretty much everyone works on the Facebook. So people can expect to get a reply within like a few hours.
Okay. So you mentioned 2 Facebook pages.
Yes.
So what are the names of those so people can find you? What are the 2 Facebook pages?
So the first one is called at ASYMCA El Paso.
Okay.
That's for our main headquarters facility. So our Armed Services YMCA El Paso. That's where you'll find out a lot more of like the events that we put on, things that are going on in the Child Development Center or the Lodge.
Okay.
And then we have our Junior Enlisted Family Center specific Facebook page.
Okay.
And that's called at Junior Enlisted Family Center. And that's where we talk about everything we're doing at our building on post.
Okay.
So we'll talk about like times that we're open, talk about like the shopping, like we just posted about that we're doing walk-in shopping.
Okay.
And we talk about donations, if we ever need donations, things like that. So it's just both of those they give you a different perspective on everything we're doing, but both of them could benefit the community if you follow.
So on that is that like the @ sign or is it AT?
Oh, no, it's at for the Facebook.
Okay,
It's the Facebook handle.
Okay, so @ okay. All right. I'm old. What can I say? Hey. I have to clarify for us who are a little more seasoned and don't know all that jargon. So, Danielle, one of the things that we like to ask all of our guests here at Getting to Know ACS is what brings you joy in your job. So, can you share with us what brings you joy at your
So I've actually made a lot of friends in my job, which I didn't like more than like coworker friends. Like friends, like I'm sure you guys are. Yeah, you guys know what it is. Talking about
friends. I don't know.
I mean, for the sake of the podcast, I would say you pretend you're friends. Just you meet really great people. People have big hearts.
Okay.
And it's pretty easy to become friends with them. And then just the joy of being able to help people. A lot of people sometimes, because we do try to partner with other organizations in El Paso who may not have heard of us before.
Right.
And they're always asking us, like, well, what's in it for you? And it's like, nothing. We just want your help to give back to the community. So it's kind of a good feeling to, like, go to people and kind of have that reputation now that we've been slowly building of people know that the things we do are good, we have good hearts, we have good intentions, and we're always just, as long as we can be here and Fort Bliss doesn't kick us out, we're gonna be here.
You've been here a long time. I don't think you're getting kicked out anytime soon. So again, it's a wonderful program. So if they have any questions, of course, they can contact you guys on your Facebook pages. And if you miss that, you can always contact ACS, and we can make sure that they get the information about that. And speaking on that, are you partnering with them right now, Jasmine?
I am. We are doing we're going to help you guys with the back to school bash. Yes. Honestly, after we did that live, I feel like people just were like, we ended up with the box outside of our doors, the lending closet.
Right.
Somebody just dropped a whole box off, and I was just like, oh my God.
Okay.
So so we'll be partnering with you, and then also the Child Crisis Center.
And do you mind if I speak about the back to school bash for a bit?
Oh, go ahead. Now, just keep in mind that the back to school bash what date is that on?
It's happening this Friday.
So we'll talk about that. Is that something that you guys do annually? Do you have that every year?
Yeah, it's annually.
Okay, so this is something that happens annually, because when this airs, you'll probably have missed the podcast. I mean, the bash. But
why am I even here then?
to tell us all about your wonderful things aside from the back to school bash. It's like, I know the disappointment sets in. But you can tell us about what you guys do.
I'll just give people FOMO.
Okay.
And so they'll be excited for the next back to school bash.
Yes, it's like, fear of missing out. You got to check them out for that back to school bash. So it's to give back to the community during the.
So we collect a bunch of school supplies. We partner with the community. They can give us donations. They can give us monetary donations if they want us to buy things ourselves.
Right.
We also have an Amazon wish list.
Oh, okay.
If they want to just go on Amazon and buy things and have them shipped right to us.
Oh, awesome.
And then we do have registration open right now. So it goes on pretty much until we're full.
Okay.
And we're kind of constantly getting new registration people every day. And then they would just show up between 11 and 1 on Friday at our lodge, and they would just drive through. We would sign them off, and then we would just give them the backpacks according to the age and the gender of their child.
Okay.
And it's all loaded with as much school supplies as we can get. So this year we are aiming for 500 backpacks, and right now I think we have at least 100-ish spots open still. And then next year we're hoping to go bigger and better. So by the time people hear this, hopefully
get ready for
next year.
Next year. You have something to look forward to.
I just want to say these schools, I spent so much money on these school supplies, and I'm just like, it just keeps getting more and more and more. Like, it's crazy. So like the help, right, is going to be amazing.
Okay, so that's awesome. So if you missed it, which you probably did if you're listening to this. If you missed the back to school bash this year, there's always next year. So when school goes back. Okay. So again, Danielle, thank you so much for joining us today. Again, if anybody wants to reach out, you have the Facebook pages. Of course, you have ACS. And as I say, we do partner with you guys, and you're an awesome partner, so we love that.
You're an awesome partner too.
Well, thank you.
You invited me to a podcast. Nobody else has done that before. So you got extra brownie points.
There we go.
There we go. That's what we're talking about, all those brownie points.
Yes.
But again, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. And you all, thanks for listening. Again, this is Tracy
and Jasmine
with Getting to Know ACS. Don't forget
to subscribe and hit that bell.
Bye.